Ladies and gentlemen, please make your way to your seats. The show is about to begin.
Well, hey there, Littermates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I'm your host, Boss Kitty. I'm so glad to be here with you guys. Happy Monday. Why is it doing that? TK, no. See if I can fix it. 1 second, guys. We're going to try this again. Nope, TK, I did the reset, open, and everything. So you guys have double me right now, and I never know how to fix this. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if he's watching right now. Does that work? And I come back to this. I fixed it. Look at that. Fixed it all on my own. I am amazing. Who even knew? I already fixed it. Yes, but you're 15 to 30 seconds behind. I've already fixed it. Look, I already fixed it. I went to workspace and went back to hostful. Boop, boop, boop. Thank you all for the kind words on my little teenage picture that TK decided was going to be the picture for tonight's show. I was like, oh, what? So there's that. You have two BKs. I think I was about 17, maybe. Yeah, about 17 in that photo. A friend was doing a photography class and wanted to. She was taking pictures of all of us in the hallways. How are you guys tonight? Oh my gosh, there's so many people here. It's so lovely to see you all. I put on my IT ears. These ones right here. You are correct. Hopefully now I can find my IT glasses. Still no clue where they are. I've got to empty out that box. But you know what? I have this whole entire weekend to just work on the garden and the house. So we'll see how that goes. So I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I hope you've had a wonderful Monday. It's been a little weird around here. It's like really bright and sunny and like 60 degrees, and then it starts to rain and hail, and it's kind of blick, and then it goes back to being sunny again. So who knows? Sunday we had Xfinity out. They fixed the cable, I believe, finally, didn't they? The internet. Uh-oh, why? What happened? Did we drop? This is excellent condition. Okay. He's having problems on his phone apparently because he's like, did they? And I'm like, yeah, they totally like did new cable and everything. So hopefully you guys see a great show. I see a great show. TK is just crazy. The weather in your state is trying to take out. Seriously, what is this about, Jessica? Brittany, you're going through the Monday motions here. It has been kind of crazy. I've been so tired all day long. I did not want to get out of bed. I slept in until 10 o'clock on Sunday, which is unheard of for me. You've had a weird dream that you were selling these world's finest chocolate bars to keep the pharmacy open at your previous job. Oh my god. That feels kind of like the dream where you go back to school and you're naked, right? That type of dream. Awesome, Samantha. I was never naked in those dreams. I always had a t-shirt on, but that was it. And I was so terrified everybody was going to realize it wasn't a really short dress. Okay, so we are still spinning, and we've got the gray down so that you guys can see the spinning. So I had a remote game on Friday night, and I might have spun a lot. So we're well past the green. We've done the orange. I'm getting into the greenish blue right now. Yellow's done. This is what I've got left currently, but that's okay because then I have some white BFL silk blend right here that I thought, you know, instead of just dyeing it, I can take 4 ounces of this and spin it up and then apply that directly with this. And I think that'll look really nice. And they're both BFL, and then I'll have a little bit of a sheen to it as well. I just think the white might bring a nice pop to it. I was originally going to dye it, but I don't want it to fight with itself. So yeah, I think that's what we'll end up doing. It is pretty, isn't it? I'm really enjoying it. Much more than I expected to. I've been pleasantly surprised with this fiber so far. And it's super easy to spin. Like, I was sitting here playing Blades in the Dark and not even paying attention. I mean, I was paying attention to the game. I wasn't paying attention to the spinning. And lo and behold, I was like, oh, look at that. I've spun most of this 4 ounces up. That's something to be said right there. Okay, so let's mess with this just a little bit. I'm going to mess with this as well. Nope, the other way. There we go. That way you guys can see a little bit more of what's going on. And I've got some leeway here, which is important. There we go. Okay, cool. You love the green and orange. I do too. And I was really concerned that, oh no. I was really concerned that the green and orange would not blend well together, but they do look good together. Okay, so I've got to find my end here. I have no idea where it is. It's probably over here somewhere. Just give me 1 second. Are you my end? You're my end. So here's my end. I'm going to take my hook right here. I'm going to come through this little guide like so. Maybe. I'm actually coming through the wrong side, I think, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to pull on it a little bit because you want enough to come out, and then you go through the front orifice, and then you grab the yarn like so, and then you just bring it back through the hole. We're going to bring this over here because that's where we were. Spin this a little bit and let it do its thing. I've got I might have this a little too tight as part of the problem. Let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Just gotta fix some stuff up from time to time. Very tropical, makes me want a Mai Tai. Having an awesome vegan tuna sandwich or sourdough bread with lots of pickles and barbecue chips. Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious, Crocheted. How are my braces? My braces are doing great, you guys. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. There was a little frustration today, and this is not your fault in any capacity. You guys have nothing to do with this, but our numbers dropped back down. Like, we cannot hit 950 to save our lives, and I don't know why, and it's so discouraging sometimes. And I'm not telling you, any of you, this because, you know, you've done anything. You've all subscribed. You're all wonderful, and the community's great. It's just me being real and transparent about some frustration that TK and I have. It's one thing to not be able to hit a number. It's another thing to watch the number go backwards and be like, why are people unsubscribing? What did I do? So it's a little frustrating. I'll be honest, but it happens, right? That's part of life. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you, Samantha. And if we do have new people here, hello and welcome to the show. We're thrilled to have you with us.
Thank you for being a friend.
We're real thrilled to have you with us. Do hit the subscribe button, please. We're trying real hard to get to 1,000 subscribers. Once we get there, TK is going to do a show called Craft Hole. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys will be able to have your emotes, which is really exciting. And then also, it's the way that you get to play Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, which happens 3 times throughout the show. Our first one will be in about 10 minutes, and then every half an hour after that. Ebb and flow. Exactly, Kelly. You're watching your siblings play softball right now. Samantha, that's lovely. A slingshot needs to go back before it can fly forward. I love that. That's really lovely. Oh, what a great concept. See, I'm glad I said something to you guys because I was really feeling discouraged this afternoon. Because we shot up to like 9:46, I think, last week. And then all of a sudden we were like back down to, we lost like 3 people or 10 people. And I was like, why? Why? What is happening right now? Why is it happening? So thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, you guys are wonderful. So you say when you're feeling like you're going backwards. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Marie. You know what? Yeah, let's all think of one good thing about our life right now that we're really happy for, right? It can be anything. I am really happy. Let's see. With how the house is coming together. TK and I are doing a great job. And I'm really digging it. And I feel at home mostly. And we're still in boxes a lot, which sucks. But that's okay. That's okay. What else? My tabletop gaming group, we went on a hiatus because I was moving and a bunch of other stuff was happening. And we're still kind of on hiatus from time to time. Like, we don't have any games next weekend. And then I've got a trunk show the weekend after that. But we seem to be getting back into our groove, which is nice. And Exciting, right? That escapism is really important for me. It keeps me sane. You got the results from your MRI. You fractured your right ring finger and your left thumb. Oh my gosh, Jessica, I'm so sorry. I will be honest though, I'm glad that it's just a fracture, that it's a broken bone and it's not like a ripped ligament or tendon or muscle or something, because those things take forever to heal and sometimes they don't heal properly. So hopefully you have a speedy, nice, clean recovery. You're number 21. Long way to go for you. I'm so thankful and happy you have extra room for craft stuffs. I love it. Oops, I did not mean to get those in there. Oopsies. That's a good one. Jeremy, hello. How are you this evening, dear? You're trying to get 600 subscribers. That's a good goal, for sure. You need more family members. I don't think a lot of my family members are subscribers. Like my immediate family members are. But I don't think extended family even knows about the show. I don't have a lot of extended family that I really talk to. I mean, I have a few cousins and a few aunts, and uncles, but not a ton. And then anything past that, a lot of them have passed away. A lot of them are in different states, or I just don't see eye to eye with, so we don't really talk any longer. Just stuff like that. Done cooking, time to grab your crochet. Yay! Whoops, no, not show and tell. I pushed the wrong button. Son of a bitch, I did it again. Ignore that, it's not show and tell time. Oh my goodness. I meant to hit this button. There we go. This is why we have people falling off the show. Oh, TK is probably having a heart attack in the other room. Grateful and happy you got to talk to your best friend today. That's a wonderful one, Miriam. You're at 542 subscribers. You too, Kelly. You had a choice to make a room. Yeah, seriously, right? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Matt. You guys make my heart so happy. Thank you. Sounds like nonsense, but it was like my accomplishment of the month. Which one was the Yarn Pirate? You started taking a yoga class from another pharmacist when you switched jobs, and it's been good for you so far. Managed to flip the dog yesterday without feeling... No, that's huge. That's a great thing. I am so bad at this. That's why we need those 1,000 subscribers, is so that TK can take over with Cradle. You guys, you'll have such a better experience. There you go. I'm holding the show hostage is what's really happening, right? You guys have 3 whole minutes until our first round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups, so just keep that in mind. Hit that subscribe button, chat it up with us so that you are eligible to play with us, kiddos. Okay. This looks so good, and it's so fun to spin it. Oh my gosh. I hope the white isn't too boring. Too vanilla for you guys. Finished a scarf and shipped it off to Hawaii for a birthday gift. Love it. Hello, Miss Monster. How are you? On the flip side to that, our Patreon is blowing fuck up, you guys. We're like 8 patrons away from that 75 patron goal, where TK releases a bunch of haikus for you guys. So if you haven't signed up for Patreon yet and you have thought about it, now is a great time. Plus, we're coming up on the Doctor Who box set next month. There's an early release party for that. So that's always fun and exciting. And our patrons are going to be, they're going to be voting on their patron-exclusive colorway here really soon. So keep that in mind, too. You look forward to the wheel. Goth emo, so do I. This looks so good. Good, 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 good. Thank you, Samantha. I appreciate that. I'm super excited for it too, JK. I'm also like really, really like not stressed, but nervous about it because I want to do it justice. I don't want to fuck it up. So we'll see. I'm a little nervous, but I feel like it's going to be amazing. Okay, let's just go ahead and keep on going with this. How often do I release box sets? So we used to do them every quarter, right? Like every 3 months, which was nuts. I could not keep up. And I felt like the box sets became quantity over quality. And then we decided to release 2 a year, basically. So we release one in like late spring, and then we release one around Halloween time usually. And that can change a little bit. It might vary, but that's our goal at least. And then the other events that we generally have going on are we have our Black Friday sale in November. Sometimes we have a anniversary sale, which would be in May. However, because you guys are getting that box set in May this year, we're not going to do the anniversary sale. Plus, the move kind of made that chaotic, and yeah, there's a million reasons for not doing the anniversary sale right now, but that's okay. We'll do the box set release party instead, and it'll be so much fun. You can't wait to hear TK again. Me either. He doesn't talk to me, you guys. He just mimes at me because I'm not allowed to hear his voice until we hit 1,000 subscribers. Is it a surprise what comes in them? It is not generally. So I will show them off to hype them up as we get up to the show, but I don't like full on show off all of them together until the early release party, and then after that I'll show them. So it's kind of a surprise in that sense. But usually you guys have had a peek at a few colors or all of the colors. Sometimes you get a peek at the label before the release party, sometimes not. It depends on where we are in the process, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, there have been some colorways where I've not finished up a colorway and what I'm gonna do with it until right before the release party. There's a reason that one is so famous. Super scary angel statues, literally, yeah, seriously, scariest monster out there, but it's gray. What am I gonna do with that? Like, right? So I gotta think on that. There's a lot of their monsters are grays or metals and things like that, chrome. Do you guys know what time it is? Yeah! It is time for Wheels of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. So let's head on over to our handy dandy keyboard real quickly. Let's pop this out. And we're going to come on in here and we're going to pick, well, first we're going to get the boring stuff out of the way because DK says I have to. And then we're going to pick our first contestant. Who is it going to be? I'm so excited. Let's make sure. Brittany Michelle, congratulations. You are our first contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. That's so exciting. Okay, let's get back to that wheel. There it is right there. Turn that music down a little bit. I don't know what happened there. The music got funky real fast. Brittany Michelle, here's our beautiful wheel. If you have not seen it before, I will go over it for you real quickly, you guys. There are dad jokes and adjunct animal sounds on here. There's a $5 Ravelry. You can get a $5 Ravelry pattern, a $10 Ravelry pattern. There's blinky rolls. There's merch codes for stickers and buttons. There's Yarn Over. There's Yarn Tarot. And then there's free shipping, international and domestic. So there's a lot of really cool stuff on here. Brittany, I'm going to go ahead and spin that wheel for you. Maybe if I can find the button. There it is. So exciting. Oh no! What? Right out of the fucking gate.
Game
That's
over.
Like 3 F-bombs tonight. Brittany, I am so sorry. Wheel, you get out of here with that BS.
See you later, alligator.
Get out. Okay, Brittany, we appreciate you being a subscriber. We absolutely love you and that you are part of the BK family. And more importantly, while you didn't win tonight, it does mean you are eligible to play again on Wednesday. So you don't have to wait the 2 weeks. So thank you from us to you, basically. We really appreciate everything that you've done. I know. I hate when that happens. It's the worst. But we will play the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups again in half an hour. Just keep that in mind. Bad wheel. Yes, bad wheel. Okay. We are almost done with this fiber. I've got this little bit and then one more little bit just sitting right there. That's it. That's all. And we can move on to the next colorway. And the thing is I don't have a deep bobbin right now. I do, but I need that for plying onto. So the bobbin I have to actually empty. There's a little bit of stuff on it, but it's not good stuff and it keeps falling apart. So I'm just going to pull it off. I'm just going to pull it off and trash it, which I'm sure will break a lot of your hearts. First game over you've ever had. Oh, really? Well, that's good then. Those are good odds. Thank you, Samantha. What happens after you spin the yarn? So you spin the fiber into a single ply yarn, And then you can knit or crochet with it or weave with it that way. But most people will ply it with another single ply. So you have 2-ply or 8-ply or whatever it is that you're going to use. So I'm going to end up spinning up another thing of single ply in a white BFL silk blend. And then I'm going to go ahead and ply the two together. And it'll kind of give it like a stripy candy stripe effect. The white and then this color. Because you'll have that contrasting stripe around it. It'll be really neat. You guys will see. It'll look really cool. Or it'll look really terrible, one or the other, but it'll be a surprise and we won't know until we do it together. Thank you, Gothemo. Crocheting a double HDC shawl right now, Marie. Oh my gosh. Sounds beautiful. But you have to show off your hair color. I freaking love it. I have to share the excitement or I'll explode. Definitely share the excitement. We want to explode too. That sounded really dirty and I didn't mean for it to. Does that mean a chrome color with tufts, tweeds, bits for Dalek for the box set? Tempting, right? So here's the gist of it, you guys. There will be 2 box sets, okay? There will be the Doctor box set, which is going to consist of 5 or 6, TK and I have to talk about that, doctors. And they're not going to have clever names. The clever name is going to be whatever number they are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so on and so forth. So we've got to choose 5 or 6 doctors. One of them will in fact have it will be kitty glitter, which is exciting. The second box set is probably mostly going to be companions. There might be a monster or 2 in there or a bad guy. You might have an element in there like a planet or something like that, but it'll be everything that's not the Doctor that makes up Doctor Who basically. And that'll be a 5 or 6 colorway box set as well. I think it's going to be 5 for each, honestly. That's standard for us. And then we will do and that one will have a kitty glitter color in it as well. That's its own kitty glitter color that goes with that box set. And then we will have one last kitty glitter color that's exclusively available to our patrons to order and add on to their box sets. And that kitty glitter colorway is usually pretty inexpensive when you buy your box set. I think last time it was like an extra $15 was all. So that's kind of how that works. We're still getting the wrinkles all smoothed out, but we're there basically. You want to do that sometime. You think the white will look... I think it will too. And Matt, you definitely should. Like I said, I thought about dyeing it hot pink or something, the white. And I could, and it would look great. But I think it would make it a little too busy and it would be competing for the colors that are already in here. And they're so bright and vibrant that I didn't want to do that. So I thought the white would just really make them pop. You think 13 would make a fun colorway? I think 13 would make a great colorway, honestly. Be a lot of fun. I have to use some of the older Doctors too, and the difficulty with that is at least the first 2 are just black and white, so they're kind of ixed. I can't exed. I meant hixed. I like ixed. I can't really use them. I could do shades of gray, I guess. So that's always a possibility. Definitely number 4. TK will never talk to me again if we don't do number 4. You know. I can't bring myself to do 10 and 11 is a problem because their colors are too similar. You know, I know they're 2 very different Doctors and that they were both have been at the height of the resurgence in Doctor Who and are probably 2 of the most beloved Doctors, but I feel like I can only do one of them. I mean, there would be slight differences in each one for sure, but I feel like they would be way too similar. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And then I am a huge fan of 12, even though, I mean, there's some... I've got some ideas for colors for 12 if I were to do it, but 12 is close to my heart mostly. Just, well, because I'm a fan of cranky old men, apparently. 4 is a very good Doctor. You love 5. Spinning. Oh, thank you, Coco. A sweater and timey-wimey with clockwork for all the Doctors. Oh, yeah, that would be amazing, Matt. You know nothing about Doctor Who. That's okay. You don't have to. You can just enjoy the colorways and buy it because of that if you want to. Or you don't have to buy it at all. That's totally fine, too. But we will have a lot of Doctor Who talk in the next few months, or in the next month because of it, for sure. He needs a red shoes color. I knew that's what was going to come up. Patreon pool to settle the debate. You were thinking of a box set. What was the box set you were thinking about, Samantha? Okay. So we are at the bottom of this one. So I'm just going to bring this one over so I can do this and just keep on with it. That way I don't run out of stuff in my hand. You can kind of just blend it with this other piece. Like so. Three and 5 would be good choices. You end up ordering 2 hanks of BKDK and soot. You're super excited. Oh, I'm excited for you. That's such a lovely color. I created soot because I wanted a dark, like black type color, but I'm not a fan of knitting or crocheting with full-on black yarn. It's so hard to do. It's not enjoyable. And so I was like, well, what's a color that I can make where you can still see your stitches, but it's dark and you get the you get the same feeling that you get with like a black fabric, right? Where it's universal and it adds that drama that you're looking for. And we came up with soot, and that's what's in my soundtrack sweater, which is one of my favorite pieces I've ever done, and I wear it more than I wear anything else. Okay, let's pull that over. A Big Bang Theory box set. Ooh. That's a very colorful show too. So that would, the only problem with that would be that a lot of your colorways would end up just being superhero colorways. But it is a very colorful show. Now you know. Perfect, Miriam. You burned your tongue with tea this morning. Oh my gosh. It's the worst when you burn your tongue because then you can't taste anything but burnt. 2 soot or 1 soot and 1 widow flower, but you hate color changes. I feel you on that one. How's your dyeing setup in the new place? It's still coming along slowly. We have these garage storage shelving units, right? We brought them over from the old house. One of them is up and fine and dandy. The other one we're missing pieces, so I think we're gonna have to replace the shelf because we can't find the supports that we're looking for. We can't even find replacements for them. And we need to get that shelving unit up so I can get the rest of the stuff that belongs on it so that there's not so much crud out there. But there's still a lot of boxes out there that belong in the house. You know, it's a slow process. And then once that's all finally gone and I have space, I think I've figured out what I'm going to do for tables for now, which is great. But I need to go and get some bins for soaking yarn in and for washing yarn in because I have a very small utility sink now. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting process, and it's kind of a suckage time for me to have to do it because, you know, I've got another wholesale order right now for one of our shops. And then on top of that, we have local yarn shop day coming up. So busy little bee. And then we need to get the other computer set up so that we've got our shipping station set back up. Because right now we're doing shipping from this computer, which makes it a little difficult and it's a little slower, unfortunately. To cool. You do it all the time. I do too. Has today just been extra? Yes. Oh my God, Megan, it has been. And it's just been like drudgy. Like I'm so freaking, like I said earlier, I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. I could probably go to bed after this show and be perfectly content with that. Yay, Kayla, it's good to see you. TK, don't tell me that while we're doing this show. We lost another subscriber, guys. I don't know what's happening. Did I say something offensive at some point in time? Did I get canceled? TK says I'm boring. So mean. You are right on time, Kayla. Exactly. No time is too late. No time is too early. Whenever you get here is just on time. Okay. So pretty. I love taking fiber apart like this, and so that you're doing the colors all together, because you get these long pieces of the same color. So when you knit or crochet this together, it's going to be all blue and then all orange and then all yellow and all green with the white throughout it. Megan, that's fantastic. This Monday's been poopy. Had a migraine. Oh, I did too. Like my head started thrashing about 2 hours ago. It's not it wasn't a migraine, but it was a really nasty headache. Is it YouTube? I don't know, Miriam. You have to leave early, going to be out with the family. No worries, Casey, but have a great time. Read any new books lately? I have not. My mom was telling me about some new books that she's been reading, and some of them actually sound pretty interesting. I used to read all the time. I used to read no matter what I was doing. Like, that's what I would do. I would read. I walked into parked vehicles because I was reading all the time. I don't know. At some point in my adult life, I just felt like I didn't have time to read anymore, which is really sad, right? Like, I should read more often. I want to be a wizard too. Yeah. You're late too. You're not late. I promise you guys are not late. So she's saying she's a wizard. Yes. And Leftmost was like, BK is on. And that's probably the only thing that got me out of it. Oh, Catastrophe. Thank you. My heart. Thank you so much. You love how my new project is going, but I feel like I'm crazy for making a queen size blade. I don't think you're crazy. I think it's going to look fantastic. This yarn is getting a little funky. There we go. Utah has a yarn crawl in July. You're so excited to support some local yarn shops later this year. That sounds amazing. I love the yarn crawls so much. I'm doing really well, Samantha. How are you tonight? You started the Magpie Murders and you just finished the Skeleton Keep Out Ear. Oh, nice. What are they about? About 6 books for $3 today. You were so excited. TK got me new Oracle cards. I left them on my other desk, but they're pretty hilarious actually. I'm really enjoying them. Light from Uncommon Stars with Cerulean Orchid, and you cannot recommend it strongly enough. You want to share it with all the people. Will you post it in Discord, Yarn Pirate? Because I would love to read it. I've thought about doing a book club with you guys, but I know a lot of you are involved with so many other book clubs with fiber artists and pattern designers. I don't want to overwhelm people. And we have our make-alongs that we do, so I haven't done anything like that. Plus, I don't know if I could keep up, quite frankly. You've seen those yarn crawls. You need to research your area. Yeah, right? Same. I mean, we have a few yarn crawls. We have a slow yarn crawl that happens, I think, throughout the summer. But I think that happens in multiple states, which is really cool. Murder. You spent all weekend and Thursday and Friday doing the MN Yarn Shop Hop. Oh, very cool. It was so fun this year. You really liked all the yarn patterns. Did you get a big old haul? You got the complete collection of Edgar Allan Poe poems for 50 cents. That's unheard of, Brittany. So, books, when I was a young woman, TK, not an old woman. I used to love picking up books at yard sales that I'd never heard of that just looked intriguing. That's how I read Geek Love. I picked it up at a yard sale. Yeah. Geek Love, it's actually written by a local author, and it's, how do I explain that book? It's a little morbid, actually. It's about a it's about 2 carnies that decide that they want to continue to make the perfect carnival, and so they make up a concoction for the mother, basically, so that when she has children, they have defects and stuff, and they use them in their carnival. It's fascinating, and it's about one of the children coming to terms with it, and you know, she's an adult at that point, and realizing the abuse in her family and what her carny life was like. It's a strange book. We should stretch after round 2. We always do, Samantha, I promise. What is a yarn crawl? Luna, what a great question. So a yarn crawl. A yarn crawl is literally what it sounds like. You crawl to different yarn stores. You don't really crawl, but pretty much it's an event that happens across a span of a city or a state, or like I said, I think the Pacific Northwest does a slow yarn crawl where multiple stores do specials and have special trunk shows and do little events throughout a certain amount of time, and you go from store to store to store to store and you hit all of them. A lot of them will do kind of a scavenger hunt. Some of them will do a passport where when you go into the store, if you buy something or eat, sometimes even if you don't, they'll stamp your passport, and at the end you throw it into a raffle and potentially win a lot of stuff, right? And it's just a really neat way for a community of fiber craft artists to come back together and see each other. A lot of the time they do make-alongs for yarn crawls. Rose City Yarn Crawl does a crochet along and a knit along, and they're always shawls. And so then you have all of these people wearing their shawls to yarn crawl, and they get to compare theirs to other people's. There are buttons. I did not read my board out loud. I just went like this so other people could read my board. I trust that they know how to read. But in case you don't, it says, scratch this part of your screen and tell me what you smell. Right here. It also says Doctor Who double box set drops on May 26th. Okay. So that's what a yarn crawl is. They're a lot of fun. Sometimes they're a lot of fun. Sometimes they're boring. It really just depends on who puts it together, what they do with it. I mean, anything can really be called a yarn crawl, but they can get pretty creative. Yay, Geek Love. Hello, Hippo Monkey. You can tell another person from Oregon. It is super messed up, Miss Monster. You can't find any yarn hops near you. Well, you'll have to come here and enjoy one of ours. Intermittent fasting, so nothing fun. That's fair, Roxanne. All local yarn shops by you closed during the pandemic. Megan, that breaks my heart. You enjoy going to the Friends of the Library bookstore. They're cheaper. You also donate to them. We used to have one of those. It's called Tidal Wave. Everybody should come to Oregon to visit at least. Love finding books in thrift stores and used bookstores. You have found so many great books that way. I really want to do one of those little libraries in our front yard. And every now and then I'll put yarn in there too. Why not, right? Smells like hand soap. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Woohoo! I'm glad it doesn't smell like poo. Oh, that's which one? Carrying on. Aragon series is getting a new book in November. That's exciting. Those are the ones that are really heavily inspired by like Lord of the Rings and stuff, right? Not that a lot of books aren't. I think I just remember that because I feel like a lot of the Lord of the Rings movies were coming out when those books were coming out. We're going to up the speed on this just a little bit so I get a little more twist in there. There we go. I like that better. And bring it back over here like so. Specially dyed yarn to go with the free patterns. Yes, that happens a lot too. What spice level you like? But you're reading one now called The Dead Romantic. It's really good. I have no problem with spice in my books, honestly. You know, it's interesting the things that people will X card for their reading, and I totally understand it. I mean, it should be something that is enjoyable for you. I have a friend who refuses to read any book that depicts any type of animal abuse of any type or harm to animals. Which I get, but you don't realize how many books have harm to animals in them. Not that it's like, you know, the center of the book or anything, but it just happens. It's interesting. Especially if you like read horror books and stuff, because a lot of the time, the first step is, you know, somebody's pet dog or something like that. So it's a trope for sure. Reese asked, does BK have a favorite fiber? Oh my gosh, Hippo Monkey, that's a great question. I love BFL, which is what I'm working with right now. I'm not a fan of spinning cotton. Cotton is really dry on the hands. Other than BFL, Falkland sheep, Falkan, I think. It's really soft and it's got a lot of crimp. It's very fluffy. It makes great lace weight yarn. And also I like to say Falkland because it sounds like I'm saying Fuckland. And I am perpetually 5 years old at heart. So, you know, there's that. But it's also this like when it's cleaned, it's the brightest white I've ever seen for fiber. It's just beautiful. Gracie May, what are you doing? I hear you. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy box set would be awesome. Oh my gosh, it would be. Just a sci-fi box set in general. Like I said, trying to... Doctor Who's a little different because of the 60th anniversary and everything, but trying to keep it a little more vague and open so that we have more to work with. Like I would want to do a sci-fi set or, you know, a Star Explorer box set, something like that. So that you're not just looking at one series. Because sometimes that can make the box set a little difficult to maneuver. Because it's interesting to find, even in books and stories, that there's a color scheme. So you end up with a lot of things that are inspired by the same color over and over and over again. Why am I doing that? Bam! And there you have it. We have 4 ounces of beautiful BFL right here on this lovely bobbin. We're going to pop this bobbin off. Okay? Like so. Ta-da! Doesn't look like much, does it? Actually looks pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So we're gonna look at it from that side. Isn't that cool? We're gonna put that off to the side. This is the bobbin that I'm taking stuff off of that keeps breaking anyway. So we're gonna make a mess here and we're gonna bring all of this off. I don't know what I'm gonna use it for. I might give it to my neighbor. She does a lot of art with different types of components, materials, mediums. And I told her, I said, you know, I've got scrap yarn if you want it. And I said, and sometimes I have scrap fiber, like, you know, stuff that's been spun up but I don't like and so it doesn't get used, or stuff that hasn't been spun up and it's fluff. She's like, oh my gosh, all of it, please. So I might just give her all this spaghetti and she can do what she wants with it. Star Trek, TNG, Firefly. Exactly, right? You need to save up for a spinner like that. They're fairly... Okay, as far as spinning wheels go, they're fairly inexpensive. I'm not going to say they're inexpensive because that's insulting to some people, because they're not. It's a $600 wheel. And I definitely had to save up for it. But it's totally worth it. And most wheels, most full-on spinning wheels are pretty spendy too. So... I recommend it. It's nice. It's compact. I do miss treadling, but it's really nice for the show because I can have it up here. It doesn't make any noise, which is huge. A lot of wheels are kind of squeaky. If you could chain ply it, you'd have self-striping. It's true. I would. And I did think about doing a chain ply for it, but there's not really enough there for me to want to do a chain ply. If I had two braids of it, I might actually. You're giving me palpitations right now. Yarn Pirate, I'm taking all of this fiber off of here because it's not spun up very well. I'm going to give it to my neighbor who uses different mediums to create art. And so she can use this as is however she wants to. So it's not going to get wasted, I promise. It's just random stuff that I was playing with at some point in time that we tested, and I need the bobbin. I only have 6 bobbins, guys. What is my favorite crochet project? I don't have one. My blanket probably, because that's what I'm working on right now, for sure. If your preference is 2-ply, then be happy. I love chain ply. I just wish that I got more, you know, yardage out of it. Put it on the ball winder that's behind me. Nah, we're good. This is fine, you guys. It's fine. It's chaos. It'll be fine. Plus, I really like that I'm stressing you all out. Got to think about it this way. You know those sand gardens you make something out of and then you let it just get destroyed? Sometimes you make art to destroy art and then you make new art out of it. I could like paste this on a piece of paper and it would look really cool, just like that. My neighbor is pretty awesome, actually. I've met 2 of my neighbors more than once. I think I've met 3 of my neighbors now. The one next door, she crochets or knits. I think she's a little older. They're all actually a little older. The one across the street, she does quilting and she does different mediums. She has ADD like I do, which is fantastic. It's not fantastic for her, I'm sure, but it's nice to be able to talk to somebody about it. She's very sweet. And then her neighbor is also super, super nice. Like everybody's been really outgoing and kind and yeah. I'm so sorry, you guys. You should buy a piece of art from your neighbor that she has created with your scrap yarn. Ooh, I should commission a piece. I like it. You've been researching the EEW. I'm glad to hear they're good. Yeah, a lot of people in here have that one. Oh, you guys, it'll be okay. If you want me to put it in a ball afterwards, I will. At this point, I'm just doing it to mess with you guys. You want to ball up that mess you're making so freaking bad. We'll ball it up. I promise we'll ball it up. It'll be okay. Like I said, just ebb and flow. This is what Monday looks like right now. Here, this is the art that I'm making. This is my interpretation of what Monday looks like right now. Okay? We're going to get through it. We're just going to get through this Monday. This garbage Monday that looks like a hot mess of whatever. Sit here like so. TK, there's a little kitten. Gracie May, please stop. Who is getting into stuff. My little finger won't fit there. Looks like a cat mess that your cat would make when she tries to help you. Oh my gosh, all the time, right? What are you doing? What is happening with this? There we go, that's better. Yes, please ball it up. I promise we'll ball it up. So we'll make the mess and then we will clean the mess up. Because you know what? I think that's part of the reason I like making messes sometimes is because of the chaos behind it. But then I have the ability and the power to be able to clean it up. And that makes me feel a little grounded, which is nice. You're enjoying this so much. I'm glad. Yes, this is a good performance art for Monday. Just give Gracie the bob and let her go to town. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that would be it. If I didn't think she'd eat it, I would. But she would absolutely eat it and then we would be at the hospital. You can't stop thinking of forbidden ramen. It's kind of therapeutic doing this. Like it feels nice on your hands, like rolling off the hands like this. There's just something nice about it. So we're just going to sit here for the next 8 million years, getting yarn off here. Looks like your first skein. How did you come up with the name Boss Kitty? What a great question. Have you guys seen, what is it? Is it CEO cat or corporate cat or something like that? It's the cat dude in like a suit. It's been out for ages. I saw one of those. One of those cartoons once. And I was only doing commissions at that time, and I sent it to TK while I was at work. I said, you have to see this. And I think it was the one where he's in a meeting, and during the meeting, he knocks everything off the table and then stares at everybody and is like, meeting's adjourned. I don't know. Anyway, I sent it to TK, and he's like, that's hilarious. I was like, yeah, he's like a little boss kitty. And then TK's like, wait a second. What did you say? I was like, Boss Kitty. And he's like, that's the name. I was like, oh my God, that's the name. And so that's how we came up with Boss Kitty. There are 4 little kittens getting into everything right now. Your house is chaos. See? Chaos. Chaos is beautiful. And cat, it's so expensive and it's no fun for them. Strictly, it feels good to do something opposite. Business Cat. That's his name. Business Cat. I love Business Cat. He's awesome. Okay, we're gonna just slide this over so it's a little easier for me to. There we go. Yeah. So Business Cat is what inspired the name Boss Kitty. And then we were like, well, our cats really are the boss, so yes, why not? And then TK made my logo, and the first logo that we made was very... I thought it was amazing, and it was amazing at the time, but we look back at it now, and he's like, never show that to anybody. Oh, I did blow past the game, because chaos. TK, chaos. That's how we do this. So before we ball this up, it's time, guys, for the real goodies and goof 'em ups. I'm very thirsty tonight. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's head on over here we're going to go ahead and pop the legalities in. Do a little winner. We were all mesmerized by my chaos that we forgot that it was game time. Roxanne. That's what we named our, hold on one second. That's what we named our robo vacuum thing. Roxanne, congratulations. You are our second contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups tonight. That's very exciting. I just got to find my end now because I lost it because I dropped it. Oh no. Anyway, behold our wheel in all its glory. It's absolutely fantastic. Roxanne, I'm going to go ahead and spin this wheel for you and we're going to see what happens. Are you ready? Let's do it. Ooh. Cut. Oh my gosh, that's a merch code. What?
Congratulations, you're a winner!
You are a winner, Roxanne. Congratulations, you won a merch code. What that means is that if you message me on Discord, I will get you a code for some free merchandise. And the way it works is when you order something through our website next time, bosskittyshop.com, there's an option for a button and sticker bundle that you can put in your cart. Put those in your cart and then go ahead and use the code I've given you and it'll make them free. So the next time you order yarn from Boss Kitty, you'll get a free sticker and button bundle with it. You just need to message me on Discord so I can get that code over to you. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. We really, really appreciate it. Wheel, that is much better. Thank you very much.
See you later, alligator.
See you later. Okay, so I know. It's time.
It's time to stretch.
It is time to stretch. Somewhere in here is an end. We'll find it. Whatever. Okay. Now I'm really messing with you guys. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our stretches. Don't leave. Stretches are great. You should be doing them too. It's going to relax you because you're stressed out about this chaos I have on my lap right now. So we're going to take one hand forward and bring it across our hand like so. You like spamming the hearts on the side of the chat. I love when you guys do that. I get to see them come up on the side. It's so great. It's freezing. I have my little slippers on. I love them so much. Oh, I just stretch that hand over. Now we're going to do the other one. You just come forward, say hello world. Bring it across. You like, oh, I already read that one. Sorry. You love watching pets stretch. Oh my gosh, so do I. Or having them clean themselves. They're so damn cute when they do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and stretch out the underside of our arms. We're just going to go ahead and put it down like so and press down on the backs of our fingers. Don't press too hard though. You're just trying to make a stretch. You're not trying to break anything. Feels so good, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, I could stay like this for hours. Really not though. Now we're going to do the other one. So nice. Yeah, feels real good. Now we're going to go the other way so that we're doing this side, but you're really just doing your wrist. And I'm focusing on my wrists because I use my wrists a lot for work, for the show, for knitting, spinning, crochet, all those things. I'm constantly using my wrists, so they're very, very important. Oh, Jessica, that's miserable. I'm so sorry. I saw some earrings that were made out of Benadryl pills with the little pop cases on them. I'm sure they were a joke, but it was really funny. You love seeing your cats do all the yoga poses. I know I love stretching my fingers too. It feels so good. And popping my fingers. Just mixed. I don't know if it's good or bad to pop your fingers. I've had people tell me both. I still do it. I enjoy it. Whatever. Okay, speaking about fingers. Move this over to the side. Let's come down here. We're going to put our hands right here and we're just going to start to rotate our thumbs. That's where we're going to start. Have any of you guys watched Schmigadoon on Apple TV or the new season of Schmicago? You knew I was going to ask this eventually because it's all show tunes. And how have I not asked this already? Well, because I had not watched it until just a few weeks ago at my friend's house because we don't have Apple TV. Oh my God, it was so good. I mean, the story in the first one was a little weak and rushed, but I mean, given the time period of the musicals that they were spoofing, it makes sense that that's how it went down. Oh, I'm so glad, Samantha. You're doing light stretches. Your back is finally getting back to normal. I'm happy to hear that. That's great. And then we'll just shake it out. Ooh, jazz hands. And then we're going to look for our end on this thing because we know what's in here somewhere. Did I just find it? Was it really that easy? This is how easy chaos can be sometimes, you guys. I just found the end. No clue where it was, but there we are. I'm just going to wrap it around my hand like so. It's going to have little nubbies in it because it's just randomly twisted stuff right now. It's not even really, I don't even know. I mean, I guess it's knittable, crochetable. If you were to crochet with this right now, because there's a lot of twist in it, or not enough twist in some places, the thing you would knit or crochet would actually twist itself. Like it would take the twist with it if it's over twisted, which is great in some situations. It's not so great in like a sweater. Spirit fingers. It is a lot of fun, isn't it? Yeah. If you don't watch it or don't know what it's about a couple that stumble across this little town that is just a musical. That's all they do is sing songs from musicals. There's a song called Corn Pudding that will get stuck in your head forever, and it's terrifying. And it's ridiculous, and it's very the first season, you know, they're all very dated because it's like Rodgers and Hammerstein type stuff from like the 50s and the 30s and so on and so forth. And then this next season that just started is your edgier 1970s musicals like Chicago and Cabaret and Sweeney Todd and things like that. You finally figured out how to start your novel. Ooh, tell, spill it. I want to hear. It would make great art, right? See, look at this, you guys. Pure chaos getting wound up into a little ball. It's all going to be okay. I promise. It's not going to be a pretty ball. It's going to have little lumps in it and nubbies, and that's okay too. But it's still a ball. At some point, we'll probably get a big old knot somewhere, and that's okay. I don't care. I don't have the energy to care about little things like that right now in my life. Because, man, that would take a lot. And I have, even recently. Like, it's just, you ever get overwhelmed, like, with things in your life, the big things in life, and then the little things? Because you're so overwhelmed, you have no energy for those little things. And what ends up happening is you treat the little things like they're the big things. And so you're actually sucking more energy out of your soul, pretty much. It's a vicious, terrible cycle, and it happens to all of us. And it feels incredibly hopeless when it happens. Because it is a cycle, and it's hard to get out of. You took your teenager to a musical this past weekend. You put up in show and tell. Oh, Brittany, which one did you go to? So yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not even going to try to do this nicely. It's just going to sit here and do its thing. If I get little areas that have like a lot of yarn in one spot, I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to give it to somebody anyway. Winding yarn into a ball is so, I hate it, Rashana. Can't stand winding your ball yarns. Yarn balls. Ball yarns. Heathers. Oh my gosh. I love the movie. I've never seen the musical. I know all of the songs by heart though. The soundtrack for the musical, the music itself is so good and so clever. Oh my gosh. I'm not a huge Winona Ryder fan. But I will give her Heathers, man. That movie is perfection. I love it so much. It's relaxing to a lot of people. I get impatient with it. I want it to be done so I can actually move on to whatever project I'm working on. Even when I'm using the ball winder. It's weird. And look at this one. It's got these little things on it because it's curling up on itself. It's plying back on itself right now. And that's okay. See, we're going to have little spots like that is what I was talking about where it's going to get real funky. Was it? Good. I'm glad. I want to see it so bad. But now I want to go watch the movie again. The costumes in the movie, I'm sure in the show too, but in the movie are so perfect. I love them. Her monocle kills me. Continuous mitered square. Can't do it. Can you? I don't know enough about crochet to know if that's possible. I'm sure it is. Have you done a live actually dying show? Yes, I have, Jessica. And we have that content. I might talk to TK about releasing that for our patrons as one of those throwbacks we do. This is where I broke one of them. Because we certainly do have that content. Look, I found the end again, I think. I shouldn't say that until I know I found it. We did it in our kitchen, and it was a series that we did for a whole week because we had to move all of the equipment out into the kitchen, and it made it very difficult. But it was a lot of fun. I think people learned a lot of stuff. I learned a lot about stuff about trying to, show our stuff off that way. I did not find an end. That's okay. We'll find one. There's got to be one in here somewhere. Right? Like, it's got to happen somewhere. There it is, right there. You found it. So let's continue. Good night, Samantha. It was good to see you. Saturday night used to be your favorite times. We had a radio show that was just music from musicals, and you were so sad when it ended. Oh my gosh, I would be in heaven. That's all I listened to when I was a kid was songs from musicals. I sold little handmade buttons to make enough money to get a sweatshirt when I went and saw Les Mis in 4th grade. I had that sweatshirt until I was in high school. It was so fun to watch the forbidden spaghetti being cooked. So, your niece wants to see Heather's all I've heard is good things about it. This chaos is going much easier than most chaos does. Knock on wood. Okay. You guys thought we'd be spinning some more. We're just balling shit up. Once a month at the kitchen that I work in, we have a musical Monday where it just blasts soundtracks like at 4 a.m. I need to work where you work. That's so good. I used to have a roommate who was equally in love with musicals like I am. And we would make up songs throughout the day, and we would just sing them to each other like musicals, like, washing the dishes, songs about washing the dishes, or whose turn it was to clean the bathroom or whatever it was. TK sings to me from time to time. He'll make up songs, but not in musical capacity. He does not like musicals, most of them. And he really wasn't sure why until recently. So he loves most genres of music. He's not a fan of musicals, though. There's a few older ones that he enjoys. But when Hamilton came out, he was excited because it was, you've got a musical that's inspired by hip hop. And he's like, this is going to be great. And then COVID hit, and we got to watch the Disney Plus version. And he watched it with me, and I made a whole spectacle of it. Like, we dressed up. I made it look like we were going to the theater. That's a whole different story. That was very sweet and cute. But we watched it, and when it was over, he's like, I think I know why I don't like about musicals. He's like, everything is so dramatic and in your face and just loud, and everything is supposed to be over the top. And he's like, and it's exhausting for me. I don't function that way. So I can't process it that way. It's too much all at once. It's too much. It's too, what's the word I'm looking for? Stimulating. There's too much stimulation there. And so he can't follow the story very well, and he doesn't enjoy it. And a lot of the time it'll stress him out. So I, on the other hand, love me some drama llama. So I am all for musicals. There you go. Your ball of chaos has been DKified. We'll put it down there for now. And where did that... There it is. Perfect. So we'll put this on here. Slide that over like that. Oh, Bumble, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. We're going to put our bobbin back on. And I know which side to put on because the this piece right here has to go along this silver piece. And also, it sticks in here. So we're just going to gently push that back on there. Like so. You're going to take this piece right here, your little washer, which is magnetic, and put it on as well. And it's going to just sit right in there, which is nice. So that's all I have to do for that, mostly. We've got to put our tension back on. So we're going to do that real quickly. And we'll mess with that here in a little bit. But not right this moment. Let's get it on there right this moment. Come on. There we go. so our tension's on there. We've got everything up here. I'm going to bring it back down here because I like starting back at the back side. We're going to bring this guy down here. We're gonna bring our, this is your leader, by the way. That's what the yarn that's on here is. It's your leader yarn. It's what you start with on your bobbin so that you have something to catch onto. Everybody does their leader yarn a little bit differently. I do like a slip knot on there, which has its pros and cons. It means it comes off really easily, but it also means that it kind of sits and spins. So that's kind of a difficult situation when you're first starting. Am I going the wrong way? I think I am going the wrong way. Let's find out. Yeah, okay. So there we go. We've got it started on there. That's great. So that's all good. We're going to put this off to the side because this is much more than 4 ounces, guys. This is a lot of fiber. So I have a scale somewhere that I brought in. I think, TK, is the scale in the kitchen? I thought, nope, it's right here. So I have a scale that I brought in so that we could figure out our 4 ounces. Because I am prepared. We're at 0 ounces right now. And we're just going to sit here. We're going to take this. It's going to be a fair amount, actually. And we're going to go bloop. That is 2.35 ounces. Let's see what this is. I don't believe you. Hold on. Let's ball this up while we do it. You do it the same way. Wonderful. She said it. Sit and spin, right? I said the magic word. So much squish. Oh my gosh, there's so much squish here. Hi, Kim Lloyd. On the Lion King when it comes to PDS. I would love to go with you guys. That would be a lot of fun. That's 320 right there. We're getting there, you guys. $405, so I'm going to take a little off. That's 375. Put a little more back on. We're going to call it right here. See how that works. That's close enough for me. That's 4. It says 4 ounces exactly. It's close enough. So that's my 4 ounces. Put this back down here. Okay. Get cracking. We're so productive tonight, you guys. This is amazing. Do you dye the roving fiber before it's spun? I have, for sure. And I was going to dye some of this, Kayla, but I decided with the colors I had in here, I didn't want to compete with it. So I'm doing it white, so it'll make these really pop when I apply it with it. So it means you guys are going to have some boring me sitting here with the most vanilla spinning ever because it's white yarn. And I hope that's okay. If not, we can certainly move on to something else, but that's the process I'm going to use for this. And this is a different type of roving than what you guys just saw. You guys saw braids, right? And I had to take it apart. This is already taken apart. I don't have to rip anything apart because it's all one color. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? This is a BFL in silk blend. And it's lovely. I am getting so much done tonight. Where is Cherry? I need a Cherry for sure. Okay, so we're going to get started. Let it do its magic. And then I'm going to let it kind of catch itself on here real quickly. We're going to turn it down a little bit. And we're going to fix tension because there's no tension on here right now. Oops, wrong way. So that should be better. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. I just needed that tension. And we are off, kids. Just like that. It's so dense and luxurious looking. You want to spin so badly. Definitely get yourself a drop spindle to try out for sure. If you enjoy making the fiber, even if you don't enjoy the drop spindle, it's a good way to find out. Oh my gosh, this feels so good in my hands. I think I got the tension maybe a little too taut. So I'm going to come over here and just drop it a little bit. See if that's better. Oh, that's perfect. There are different types of drafts you can do. I don't remember what they're all called, but I know when you go like this, it's called a long draft because you're drafting your fiber is what you're doing in this exact moment. You guys have a little under 10 minutes until our final round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Up. So if you have not hit that subscribe button now, is a great time to do it. Just click on the little button. Make sure you hit the like button too, you guys. We really want to get this show out to the rest of the world. We want them to see my silly looking mug. And if you hit that like button, it means that they'll also see the ridiculous picture of me when I was 17 that TK posted as our thumbnail. So there's that, I guess. The Silk BF spins so much thinner for me than regular. It does. It's because of the, I think it's because of the fiber itself. You've got that longer fiber in there. I don't think that's a bad thing either because it makes a nice accent. It makes whatever you're spinning it, applying it up with kind of poof out. The white incorporated with those colors, you think it's going to look so cool. I'm excited to see it too. And I'm really excited to be able to do this whole process with you guys where you get to see each one of these. That's exciting for me. Okay, so we're gonna move this over just a little bit like so. You can't see anything. There we go. Perfect. That sounds terrifying. Off to the races, they say. You saw Phantom of the Opera live and loved it at the beginning scene where the chandelier drops gave you a panic attack. It was overwhelming. Exactly, and that's the kind of thing for him. When I saw Phantom of the Opera, I saw it in Seattle the first time, and it was good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. That particular scene was disappointing for us because we were up in the balcony, and so we saw the chandelier coming down instead of being like in the orchestra or something, and so it looked much slower and forced. But I mean, I don't begrudge the people down in the orchestra. It's sad though. Orchestra seats anymore, they're obscenely expensive. Like, really expensive. You may have to get a drop spindle out and spin some of the fiber you have. Do it, Rishana! It does look like a cloud, doesn't it? Little cloud of love. You kind of just want to get a giant roving squish pillow now. They're great for 5 seconds. They're lovely and they're soft and wonderful. And those roving pillows and those roving blankets are going to felt the fuck up in 2 hot seconds. And if they don't felt up, then they're just going to kind of crumble apart. So if you get one, don't spend an obscene amount of money on it. I have seen really big yarn that's not roving, but it's legit yarn that kind of incorporates and creates that same look though, which is really neat. When those blankets started coming out and people were like, I'm buying roving and doing this, like most knitters and crocheters were like, please stop, don't do that. You're hurting the fiber. That's not how it's supposed to be used. Oh, thank you, Mishi. It's really satisfying doing it. It's soothing. Like I said, I was doing it during game the other night, which is great because there were really stressful parts of that game. There we go. Ooh, a question for TK. What about taking highlights from each show and making a 10 to 15 minute video with it? Have the wheel and some clips from the show. Maybe that will bring in more people in. I think that's what he's intending to do with some of those, is to make shorts and drop those. We just haven't done it yet. But I know he's getting a ton of those in from people, which is great. So thank you. You were in the balcony seats and you think you would have died if you were in the front seats. I think my mom was in one of the front seats. My parents were in the front seat the first time they saw it. They were orchestra, and I think they were center orchestra, and it came right over their heads. They were close enough when they first saw it that when the light bulbs all explode and you get that fire flash, her mascara melted. Because it was back in like the 90s. You know. Mascara wasn't super fancy at that point. You were lucky if it was waterproof, quite frankly. 2 whole minutes, guys. I am, Jinxie. That's exactly what I'm going to do. It really is a great idea. Felt the fuck up is now your new Echo earworm. It's the quote of the day. Felt that fuck up. Felt the fuck up. There we go. Oh, it's so lovely, and it doesn't hurt my hands to sit here and spin it. Cotton really does hurt. It dries my fingers out, unfortunately. Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up here real quickly because we're so close, you guys, to our final wheel of goodies and goof ups. A little extra oomph there for a little more spin. Wonderful. You gotta love the F-bombs. Okay, let's see. It's 7:44. Let's go ahead and call it right there. Take a look at that. It's really lovely. And we'll continue this on Wednesday if you guys want. There's no reason not to. I gotta find my sweater, though, so we can work on that. So there you go. I've been muting myself so you don't have to listen to me gulp on my water. Okay, you guys know what time it is. Yeah! There's those jazz hands again. Okay, this is our final round of the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups tonight, guys. I'm so excited. I hope you're excited too. Oh my gosh, all the hype, all the hype. There's the boring stuff. Let's find out who our winner is going to be. Goth Emo Raver, congratulations. You are our final contestant of the evening. What? There it is. Okay, let's get the wheel up for you, my dear. Hello, Wheel. How are you doing today? You guys know what's on here. We've been over it multiple times. It's beautiful. It's colorful. Sometimes it's an asshole, but that's okay. We're going to spin. Okay, Goth, are you ready? I'm going to do this. It's a dad joke. What? You guys get a dad joke tonight?
Congratulations, you're a winner!
And I have one dad joke left on my reel right now, so we can do this. That's fantastic. If you've never been here for a dad joke, you're in for a treat. They're ridiculous. This is the only place that you can see them. At some point, we're going to drop them on Patreon. It just hasn't happened yet. But without further ado, let me mute the music first, actually. Here is your dad joke. Oh, hey there, Junior. I've got a joke for you. Who's the coolest doctor at the hospital? The hip doctor. Get it? Because he's hip. The hip doctor. I am the worst. Oh, we should have gotten rid of that wheel, huh? Let's do that real quickly. Wheel, get out of here.
Goodbye.
Yeah, bye-bye. There you go. There's... Oh, I gotta unmute the music. Hold on. Bam! There we go. There's your dad joke for the night. So good. Oh, geez. I'm always so embarrassed when those come up, by the way. That's two more dad jokes that are off the reel. We got to get some more up. I'll let TK know so that's ready for Wednesday. Once we're through these dad jokes, I have to record more, and we're going to do a different vibe, I think. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys will enjoy it. Okay, so thank you so much, Goth, for being a subscriber. We really appreciate it. And in that same line of thought, thank you to our patrons as well. So as most of you know, we do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/BossKitty. We have 3 different levels that you can join at. Hazel's Heroes, Cult of Con, and Gracie's Gang. Gracie's Gang is $5, Cult of Con's $10, and then Hazel's Heroes is $25. At any level, you get things like Fleece to Finish Project, which we're doing the next installment of on the 30th of this month. You get the early release parties to things like the Doctor Who box sets. You get to vote on things like the Doctor Who box set. There's a lot of really cool little stuff you get. We do flash sales sometimes. There's a pattern up right now. There might be another one later. We just try to drop stuff for you from time to time. You guys get some of the VODs from us of old stuff from Twitch when we're on hiatus, which is a lot of fun. There's a video of me singing 50 Nifty United States up there, and if we hit 75 patrons, TK is going to release a slew of haikus in his super sexy sultry voice, so just keep that in mind. So once again, that is patreon.com/BossKitty. go ahead and head over there and sign up. And thank you again to all of you lovely patrons. We couldn't do this without you. Okay, and with that, my dears, I think you all know what time it is. I hear her coming in the background. She's on her way.
Time to clean up.
There she is. It's time for show and tell.
Yay!
Okay, this is show and tell. Boss Kitty Live 71. Starting with Skittles. Floyd wondering why I'm sitting on this couch. On his couch? Oh my goodness, he does not look happy about it. Oh, I want to see all your tattoos now. Look at that belly, though. That belly is a trap. Some art I did this weekend. I love this. It kind of has a clown vibe, and I hate clowns, but this is gorgeous. My favorite part of this is her mouth. It's so good. And some, we love musicals, so I took my teenager to see Heathers. It was amazing. Yay! So good. I'm so excited. We love musicals too, obviously. Sammy, here's me winning some money at bingo today. Congratulations, Samantha. I don't think she's here. I think she left. Here's the family in Mexico for your aunt's wedding. It's a lovely, lovely wedding venue. And then here's the design that you saw at the craft fair. Oh, it's a dragon. That's really cool. Kiefer the forest dragon. Very neat. Crochet Mom, the blanket that I'm making for my daughter's birthday. It's the way I spent my morning, kitten fun, and Piper, my baby. Oh, this blanket is gorgeous. I love that stitch, and I love your color choices. They are perfect. Look at these adorable animals. Look at, oh, that cat's head is so big. So cute. Oh my gosh. I love their harness. It's very dapper. I love it with the flowers on it. Megan wasn't feeling the best, so I did a quick one-day make for a drawstring bag, some mystery dice in the mail, and rewatched my favorite show from my early teen years. Obscuria, Antiques and Oddities. I've never heard of this, and now I'm going to have to look it up. I'm intrigued. Love the dice bag. I can't believe you made it in one day. You're magical. And then here is your mystery dice that you got in the mail. I think mystery dice are so cool. I haven't done it yet, but I think it's a great idea. Machibi, first fish fry tonight with some homemade hush puppies and fries, but they were eaten before I had a chance to take the picture. Oh my god, but fried fish is so good. It looks delicious. I had a chance, so here's a pic of some of my keychains I made Sunday for some gifts. They're so cool. I never think about making things like keychains for gifts. What a great idea. This picture, by the way, is a really fantastic picture. It's well lit. It's taken very nicely, and you can see all the stitch detail on these. So good job. Lillian Chand caught a nice picture of the iris in my yard and 2 photos of Espresso Presso, our skittish diva, brought in from inside. I think we have irises. They have not bloomed yet, though. But these are beautiful. I'm very tall. Maybe mine aren't irises. I don't know. I don't know what half of the stuff in my yard is. But these are lovely. Look at this sweet, beautiful baby. Oh, the kitty stretches. Because they're cleaning themselves. So cute. Great minds do think alike, right? I'm trying to read. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, grilling dad. Yeah. Tasha Lambert. Hey, y'all. This is what I did during my shitty weekend. I pinched my sciatic nerve, but I stayed positive. Yes. That's the way to do it. Dyed your hair your favorite color. It looks stunning. You've always wanted this hair since you were 16, and then you started your first big knitting project. It's a tank top, and you finished your first peekaboo top. Your hair looks amazing, so good job on that. I'm glad that you stayed positive even with the sciatic nerve issues, because that is painful. Cannot wait to see this top done. The colors are beautiful, and this is adorable. I've seen so many of these little bralettes, like the peekaboo bralettes. They're so good. I love them. They're just spicy as all get out. Pumpkin, can't catch the stream because of work, but wanted to show off my newest project. This is really cool looking. It's an illusion knitting shawl. And you can see there's a wolf in it. That's really cool. I bet you can only see it at certain angles too. Elizabeth just took this picture here in Prescott, Arizona, since I forgot to take the picture of your Cardi progress. That's okay. This picture's gorgeous. TK talks about Arizona from time to time. He lived there briefly, and he says that there are some beautiful spots. And I'm going to guess this must be one of the ones he's talking about, because that is stunning. Wow. Ariana, some dwarf sunflowers I'm trying to grow. I didn't know they made dwarf sunflowers. What? That's TK's favorite flower. Also, your nails are adorable. They're so cute. Leftmost, I wasn't here for the finishing of the cow, but I did make some baked ziti. Yeah, I haven't made my ziti yet. I'm the worst. I also made galette breton. Did I say that right? Galette breton, which are a buckwheat crepe with ham and cheese and egg inside. It was my first attempt making crepes. Buckwheat is hard to work with, so they were a little misshapen, but they were delicious. And then tonight, matzo ball soup. I like that you did not feel the need to tell me how to say matzo, because you knew I already knew. Oh, that ziti looks really good. That crepe turned out really good too. You should be really proud of it. I tried to make cannolis this weekend and I failed miserably on every level. The shells turned out badly. The stuff in the inside that I was trying to make did not turn out well. It was just a hot mess. This is perfect looking freaking matzo soup. Seriously. The matzo balls are delicious looking, like they're fluffy and light and floating, and the soup color is perfect. You can barely see the bottom, but it's not too murky. Oh my gosh, I don't know how it tastes, but visually it's perfect. Rashana, the new queen size blanket you're working on. Yeah, get it, girl. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's got Trailblazers, which is our base basketball team vibes. It's got Harley Quinn vibes. Oh my gosh, black, red, and white. I love those colors together so much. Love matzo ball soup. Who doesn't? Miss Monster, a necklace I just finished stringing. I didn't know you did that. For reference, those pearls are about the size of garbanzo beans. Hot damn. A thin spot on the sole of one of my hand sock knits, in the same spot halfway darned with Final Frontier using duplicate stitch / Swiss darning. This is gorgeous. Like really, really lovely. Oh my gosh. Here's that thin spot. And here's the darning with Final Frontier. It looks great. I need to learn how to darn. You are so talented, Miss Monster. You all are. Yarn Pirate, I finished the washcloth. Oh, we did I totally forgot about the washcloth we did. Oops. We did a little tutorial on lace and reading a pattern, and Yarn Pirate finished the washcloth. It was a perfect travel project. I'm so glad. This pile of kittens was waiting for me at the shelter yesterday. They're still tiny enough to be wobbly on those itty bitty kitty legs. Oh, they're beautiful. TK, can we have a fourth kitten? We can't. Oh my gosh, Gracie will kill me at this point. She's feeling very jealous of the baby right now because Zuzu has been bonding with Khan and she is not standing for it. Catastrophe. I'm loving knitting this doodler in an orphan and ectoplasm. Number 2, zucchini butter spaghetti, and 3 is lime yogurt cake with blackberry sauce. So she got an orphan colorway from us that legitimately all it was I had some mithril and I accidentally put some blue on it. And so it was an orphan colorway that went in a box set. And she's using that with ectoplasm to do the Doodler shawl by Stephen West. And it's gorgeous. It looks like, how do I explain this? It looks like a radioactive sunrise. Like the sun has become radioactive and this is what you get. It's stunning. This looks delicious, and now I'm hungry again, and I had a pretty good dinner, actually, so thanks for that. And also, equally delicious, you guys just need to take photos of food all day long, and you will be rich and famous. Oh my gosh, did you make the sauce too? It's the perfect texture, it looks like. JK, halfway done warping the loom. It's a blanket project. I'm scared about doing it. Second is some, is it I don't know words. Chavot, dyed with leftover Easter dyes. Lots of fun and so bright. I do know it's a type of sheep, though. Third, Vorian was not thrilled with the cardboard Easter egg fill. Was not hair ties and stuck to his fur. Oh, that's funny. I am afraid to warp my loom. Like I haven't done it yet. I keep putting it off and I need to figure out how I'm doing this. This is gorgeous. I love the way you've got your colors going. You've got a kind of fade going. It'll be really interesting to see how this weaves up. I can't believe you did this with Easter egg dyes. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh. It's going to be so light and bright when you spin it up. Oh my gosh. Look at that kitty. He's not having it. So funny. Bubbles had a great weekend with one of my knitty friends hitting up all the shops. My bubble cardigan is done. Made lettuce wraps for dinner tonight. Yummy. Oh, you guys look like you're having a blast with your little lobster heads. So cute. Or crabs. I don't know what they are, but they're adorable. I love it. It's so gorgeous. I'm jealous of this sweater. Like, I wish I had made this sweater. It's so beautiful. And these lettuce wraps look really delicious. And I know how to say lettuce, so thank you for that. You guys, what a beautiful, beautiful show and tell. That was great. I love to see everything. I love it when you guys don't just give me fiber arts, but you give me a little bit of other things. And then I really love it when you guys let me see parts of your life, right? Like going to a show or going to a yarn crawl and just getting to see you out there enjoying things, right? I think it's so important. And so it really makes me happy when you do it. We will be back on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. We're going to continue to spin for now. Why not, right? We're enjoying ourselves. Tell your friends about us. Tell everybody about us. Remind them of us. Tell them to swing by and hit that subscribe button. The moment we have that 1,000 subscribers, TK is going to start doing your craft hole again. And all the craft hole stuff is in my garage right now, so it needs to get used. We hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening and day tomorrow. Try to find some sunshine because it's really needed by a lot of us right now. Other than that, if you want to join Patreon, you can go over to patreon.com/BossKitty and sign up at any level. We are doing a Fleece to Finish project with this fiber right here. It's the Shetland that I've been working on. And she actually just contacted me and asked me if I want another one. So that's going to happen at the end of this month. So this is a great time to sign up. And you can watch the VODs of the old ones. So get all caught up. I will see you all on Wednesday. Do something to make yourself smile. Remember that you are amazing and beautiful people. And as always, my loves, happy crafting. Good night.